Morning, welcome to the class. I'm actually going to just angle the computer just a little bit that way, and then we'll get into the class. So, as you know, last week we did a pure ab class. All last week, or just abs, but this week we're going to just incorporate a little more, bit more as well. My knee's still not good, but I think it's time we'll do some more stuff. So let's separate the toes and have your ankles, knees and hips on top of one another. We want to maintain those shoulders down away from the ears. We're going to get into our deep breaths. So hands onto the lower abdominals for me, in through the nose and out through the mouth. So we'll start with some standing leg stuff before we make our way down onto the mat, exhaling out. One more here. Hands a bit higher. Hope you had a nice weekend, team. And sighing out. Do one more here. As you exhale, your arms come down, close to the wall. So inhale, arms rising up. Exhale, take the arms to the side. Inhale, arms shift forward. Sighing out to the side. Inhale, arms lift up. And then we're going to exhale and bring the arms straight down in front. Come up onto the balls of the feet and stay lifted as you rise your arms to the side, exhale. Inhale, arms shift forward. Sighing out to the side. Inhale, arms lift up. And then we're going to bend the knees, arms are coming down, your heels stay lifted. So knees are facing forward, just the arms on their own. Inhale, lifting up. Exhaling out to the side. Inhale, arms come forward. Sighing out to the side again. Inhale, arms lift. Come down that little bit more into those legs. And we go again. Inhale, rising up. Exhale to the side. Inhale, arms shift forward. Sighing out to the side. Inhale, arms lift. Come down a little bit deeper into the legs, and then we're just doing it one more time, please. So inhale, rising up. Exhale to the side. Inhale, arms forward. Exhaling out to the side. Inhale, arms lift. And then come down just that bit more. So Tim, we're going to just do a little bit of a stretch via a roll down. So I'll go side on just so you can see what it looks like. So arms are just long and they're acting as a bit of a weight. So breath in, your chin tucks into the chest, head comes over, then your upper back, then you get to the middle back. The lower back's the last thing, and if you need to touch down, you can bend your knees. And then at the bottom, you inhale, and then exhale, roll back out of that. You want to keep your belly muscle switched on just to support your back. So your head then is the last thing to come up, like you're putting contact on a book and you want to get out all those bubbles. Yeah, you don't want to come up out of order. So coming down again, inhaling at the bottom, and then exhale, roll out. Now for somebody that's quite flexible and you have no problem coming down with the straight leg, and in fact if you're not too flexible, I suggest this anyway, when you're at the part that's down, lean forward into your toes a little bit more, and that way you're going to get a greater strength and lengthening through the back of the legs. So lean forward into your toes. Exhale, come out of that. And we're just going to go for one more. Inhaling here, forward facing, and then exhale, come on down. So your arms really do act as that weight to help you come down. Inhaling at the bottom, and then exhale, roll back out of that. So we'll get into the standing strength leg work first, then we'll get into our balancing. So legs come together, bend into your both legs, but the left leg's going to become your supporting leg. Your arms are coming to the side, and at any stage if you feel that it's too much, arms can come onto your chest or you can bring them back down. So you're taking your right foot forward. Now pull the knee up, then tap forward. So you're keeping low in the supporting leg. That's the way. 4 more. Now listen team, arms to the up, leg to the side, and then lift it up. So it stays outside your body line. Keep this going a little bit longer, then the leg will go back. So supporting leg staying bent is going to keep you working harder. So listen, arms come forward, leg goes back, and then pull the knee up. Tap back. Two more. All right, bring the legs together, low, and now we're going to just get into our imaginary ski, yeah? I know winter's over. Well, here in Australia it's definitely over. Although, this morning was cold. I did go for a walk this morning, but I had to go really slow for my knee. But I just can't handle not doing my cardio, so at least I got out. It was chilly. That's all right. Better than being stuck indoors, right? 8 more. Last 4. Stay low in the legs. Arms go to the side. Left foot forward. Weight is in the right. Pull the knee up. Tap forward. So you're up high in your chest. You're not leaning forward. Two more. Now tap to the side as your arms go up and then lift up. Remember the legs outside your body line. You're just gently touching down with your big toe, not letting the foot rest. Stay low on that supporting leg. 2 more. All right, so leg goes back, arms come forward, and then pull the knee in. Shoulders relax them. 1 more. Then we're going to go ski again. Okay, bring it in. Bring your arms down. Ski action. Go down lower if you can. Belly brace it tighter to give your back the support that it needs. Yeah, 8 more. 8. No, we start on the other side, so then it will be finish on the other side. And come on up. Hey, good job. So that's just a little bit of a warm up through our hips, through our butt, through our legs. Now we'll get into a couple of balances. Step onto your left foot. Arms come up. You're off your right leg. Take the leg back, exhale. Then bring it center. So this is working into your waist a little bit more intensely. Separate the toes of your supporting foot. Don't want to bunch them up. 2 to go. All right, change over. Come on up. Now leg goes back. I was chatting to a girlfriend of mine who's overseas, Leonie, and she was saying when the kids are around and if they're close to the screen and making noise, then that cuts out my sound. So that sort of makes sense why that class I tried with music a while back didn't work. So it just can't pick up 2 sounds at the same time, clearly. Good lesson learned. 4 more. 2 to go. Bring the feet together. Bring the arms onto your hips, and hands onto the hips, and then you're going to tip forward so you're off your right foot again. You've got a flex foot. See how my toes pointed down? But what you're going to do here is lift the heel up. If you can, supporting leg straight. So this is getting your core really activated. You've got to think about stomach moving up as you're breathing out. 2 to go. We'll bring that in, and we're going to the other side. So stepping onto your right foot, left leg lifts. Remember keeping a flexed foot, and then lift up. Supporting legs nice and straight. Just getting into your glutes a bit, as well as a nice stretch for the supporting leg. Okay, come on out of that one, and we'll just get into our tree pose and then I'll move the screen down so we can make our way down onto the mat. We'll start with a little bit of lower abdominals. So dig the heel in, your hands can be at your heart, third eye, or we lift. If you had a big weekend, probably not the best idea to look up. But if you're feeling okay, I guess light goes up, shoulders, keep them relaxed. We will repeat this at the end. So if you can't look up now, it's okay, try it later. Keep spreading the toes of your supporting foot. 2 more breaths, team. Okay, so I'm going to switch sides. So upper leg, digging the heel in, opening the knee out, keeping the stomach switched on, and then again, hands to heart, third eye, or lifted. If you're not feeling too balanced at all, just take your eye gaze slightly down. Okay, that's more than enough. As long as you've got the leg up as much as you can and the knee out, that's the main thing in a tree pose. Okay, so we're going to just bring it down. I'll move the mat forward, lower the screen down, and then we're going to lie on our back. Right, here. So lying on our backs, just to get into the lower belly. It's a long sequence. It's not the most fun sequence, but it's definitely very effective for the lower abdominals. You can just relax your head. So we've got our toes pointed up. Our legs are straight. You can't see my feet, but I promise you that they're straight. When we angle our legs, you'll be able to see. So pointed toes, straight leg, holding this position as you breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. The kids and Ramira have gone down to our veggie patch. They're planting some beetroot at the moment. Potatoes are going well, carrots are going well, but now it's beetroot time. A few more breaths. Now from here, flex the feet instead of a pointed toe. You can sort of see the top of my foot now. So flexed foot. Just again, keep thinking about the breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. You can see my legs don't go completely straight. It's from my back injury, but hopefully you guys, if you've got no body issue problems, straight leg. They're easier to go straight when you lower them on the angle. Mine are. I don't know about you guys. So team, open the legs to about 30 centimeters and keep the straight leg, keep the flexed foot, keep the deep breath. Do a few more. Now, instead of that flexed foot, only changes a pointed toe. So we've still got the legs up straight, we've still got the 30 centimeter gap. And still make sure that when you breathe out, stomach moves down. Yeah. Trying to keep the legs as straight as possible. I said I was going to take a break next week from Pilates. I'm not. I'm going to keep going, and the reason being is because I took that week off from walking. I just don't feel like I need the break off from Pilates. I might take one class off or so, but I'm not. I'll let you know, but I'll definitely be here next week, team. And I am going to keep the Thursday Pilates in Spanish going. Let's angle the legs down, point the toes. I've got a friend that does it with a couple of her friends. So that's at least 3 in one hit that I said, please bring it back. So I'm bringing it back. Last week was a trial and it went well, so we'll keep on going with it. Remember, as you breathe out, moving it down in the stomach. Feeling it a bit in my legs. If you are, means you're probably not activating your tummy as much. So I'm going to rectify that now by activating more, relaxing there. Flex your foot. Yeah, it makes a difference. You've got to really focus on the tummy contraction so that the legs don't take over the load. Two more, then we're going to zip the legs up. So right now, legs come together. We're closing in on the finish line. Definitely not easy. It's so good for the lower abs. We'll do more lower ab stuff later, but we're going to bring some upper abs in, then switch it up, do some other things as well. Last breath, and then straight foot from the toes to the hips. So pointed toe now. This is it. Such a struggle. I should do them more often. I say that every time I do them. And then I forget. Last two breaths. Bend the knees, heels up, heels down, toes up, crunch. No break. But because the upper body's so rested, we can get into it. So exhaling on the lift, inhaling on the lower. Seeing the tummy move down as we rise up. So this is our large basic abdominal strength kind of move. It's going to get smaller. Try not to let your arms rest on the mat. That's the only thing I ask from you. And if you need to, you support your neck if you're feeling any pain there. Two more. So this one comes up, exhaling to the sticking point, and then halfway back, and then we rise again. The point, if you're new to my class, which maybe you are, generally it's aimed at the people that know me, but if you want to do it, more than welcome to join me. You're coming up to a point where you can't go any further. It's called the sticking point. As you're coming up, you're feeling the tummy move down. Quite a burn there going on, especially given we didn't have a break after those lower abs. Two more. Little ones coming your way. Come up, exhale, centimetre back, and then rise again. Tiny lift and lower. Four more. So hold this one up for me, team. Bring the arms forward. You can have an elbow to assist you. You can straighten your legs, but I want the feet to stay down. Let's roll up. See how I needed 2 breaths to do that? It doesn't matter how many breaths, it matters that you keep your feet down. Come back halfway. And then we're going to really lift up and out and back and in, yeah? So you're doing a little bit of an M, I guess you could say. I'm going to bring my arms in, make it more intense. If you don't want to do that, you can keep your arms forward. We're not doing too many, really intense work here. One more. All right, bring the arms forward and just gently come on back. No break. Feet come in, lift off the hips and then cross one leg over. Now we're going to push the hips up. So I'm getting into some glutes. Exhale on the lift. Inhale as you lower. It's quite a safe position to be in, even for a beginner. But if you need to, you can have your hands resting underneath to allow your lower back to have some support. 4 more, and we're going to make it a little bit more intense. We have to keep the thighs in line. We're going to unravel, thighs stay in line, and then lift. Lift comes from your glutes. Doesn't come from the foot lifting higher. Four more. So bring that leg down. Let's cross the other leg over and then hips up. Really strong work for glutes. Two more. We're going to unravel, thighs in line, and then lift hips. It's not a huge movement. It's a very effective one. Two more. Okay, so listen, let's spread that leg down, back to hip width distance with your feet, and then hips up. So they're just going to stay lifting and lowering. When you do the lower, try not to lower back too far. If I can ask you to do that, please. Four more, and then I'm going to get you to creep your feet in closer towards the bar, and then they're going to lift the heels up. Who's there? You're going to lift the heels up. Bring the feet in a little bit more, off the heels, see, and then lift. This is the last exercise in this set. We'll come back to do more after a little bit more ab work. More to go. Perfect. Lower the heels down, lower your body down, bring your knees in, and we're going to take one toe down, unhinging from the hip, keeping the bend at the knee. Change sides. Now do the double both together. The same leg that went first last time, you're going to do that leg first again, singles. Then the other leg, then the double. So we're doing single, single, double. Same leg first again. Do the double. One more time, same leg starting, and then we'll do the other leg starting on the next slot. Double it down. Other leg single first, right? Just 4 sets of these. So we've done 4 on the other side. We'll do 4 on this side, and that's already 1. Single, single, double. And this is all about the lower belly. Pull it down. A couple more sets, then we'll do something more here for the lower belly before we get in a little bit more upper. Double. Last one. So listen, keep the legs up here, open the knees, keep the toes together, and then move the legs away. Heels come together, toes go apart. Extend the legs up, then apart, yeah? The heels stay together the whole time. The knees only come together when you extend up. Keep that angle. Super strong. 4 more, please. Now you'll feel a little bit in your quads, but I want more of the abs so contract strong. This is the last one though. And bring your knees down all the way. Heels down, toes up, chin tucks in, exhale, rise. So The basic abdominal strengtheners. Second round. We're only going to do 2 rounds. So Melburnians out there, if you're from Melbourne, what do you feel about these new restrictions being lifted a little bit? Definitely not as far as I thought it would go. For some reason, he might open retail. Doesn't affect me. I mean, I want the numbers to go down as fast as possible, but I'm sure there are people out there a bit annoyed that it didn't go far enough. But I know there's a whole lot of parents screaming for joy that all their kids will go back to school. Imagine. See the tummy move down as you rise up, too. Just gotta keep doing the right thing, hey? 2 more. Then we're going to go smaller, make it a little bit more intense into these upper abs. So come up as you exhale, halfway back, rise again. One thing I do hope that changes with the next lot of easing of restrictions, just given that we're coming into the hot weather and because I like to be outdoors a lot, is that we don't have to wear masks outside, especially when we're exercising. I wish that would be something that will change. I understand inside and public transport, all the rest, but let's see. I'm in Europe, what a shitty situation they're in. The States, India, we're in a good situation. We're just got to make sure we don't get bad again. South America, terrible. 2 more. Little ones coming your way, so come up, centimetre back. Tim, if you're into conservation and if you like animals, get onto the Australian Conservation Foundation website. This Thursday there's a plushie protest. So basically, if you have a little stuffed toy, native animal particularly, take a photo with it with a sign that says something like end extinction or plushie protest or anything. And then on the 1st of October, which is this Thursday, upload it and kind of tag in the Australian Conservation Foundation, hashtag plushie protest, squad, and then send it to Susan Lay and Scott Morrison. We've got to keep these protests up. Arms forward, shoulders relaxed, let's roll. Any way you get there, make it happen. Sit tall, shoulders relaxed, come on back. Now we're going to bring our hands into the inside. We're taking our legs out, and what we're going to do is we're going to lift them up and then extend. And then bend down, but don't touch down. Of course, if you need to touch down in between, you can. Anyway, if you go to the Australian Conservation Foundation website, that'll tell you everything. We took our photos yesterday morning in the garden. They say put it in a public place, but I'm a bit anal about cleanliness in terms of things that live in the house, like the stuffed toys. So I'm like, I'm not going to put them on the grass in a public place. They can be on a rock in the garden. 2 more. All right, bring it in, arms out, and then just super slow, we're coming on back. For 1 more lot of glute exercises here. So feet in close, but not touching each other, nor are they too close to the butt. They're underneath your knees, and then lift off the hips again. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our knees together as you exhale. Inhale, you open, and I come out just a bit further, wider than your feet. Exhale, touch. Inhale to open, just a little bit wider. So the thing that happens here is you're up high. You're not letting yourself come down at all. Staying up high. For those of you who want more, arms. The same time as the legs, yeah? So closing the arms when you close the legs. Keep hips up. The key to making it work harder is to squeeze your knees right there. Yeah, that will make you work from your thighs all the way to the glutes. The whole hamstring's working, but your glutes are definitely getting a nice squeeze there. This one's going to squeeze up, hold it in the squeeze, and then take your arms back and keep pushing the squeeze up. Keep pushing the legs together. Fingers are not touching down behind. You can have them forward and down if you don't like this. 4 more breaths. Squeeze those thighs. Good job. Opening it out, resting all the way back down. And I'll give you a quick stretch. Just take one leg over and pull the legs in, so you're going to get a release in through that glute. And then we are going to get up, do some planks before we get into some back exercises, and a little bit more glute. Little bit. Change sides. So bring both or one leg to roll yourself up. We're going to flip ourselves over. Get into some plank work. We did quite a few planks in our last class, so I'm not going to do too many. We're definitely going to do a few. So what we're going to do is inhale to open, exhale to close, same leg again. Two more. Switch sides, please. Get a bit of a stretch down the leg that's supporting you too. Keeping it straight, moving your weight into the heels. Listen, team, take the legs out wide, and then we're going to touch opposite shoulder. Just like that. Okay, so after this one, bring the legs back in and come down onto the elbows. Abs continue. Stepping the leg out, inhale. Exhale, bring it in. Same side. Really intense ab work here. 2 more. Switch sides, go, go. Two more, and then we're going to take our legs out wide again. So legs out wide, and then tap opposite. Just tapping. All right, good job. Onto the tummy. Listen, I'm busting for the toilet, so I'm going to just go into a pee-pee, and you're going to lift open and then double tap. Don't go away. Tap, tap, open. Tap, tap, open. My sincerest apologies. It's a bit too uncomfortable to stay down here. Okay, stay here, team. And now what we're going to do is keep our feet hip width distance apart and then just lift up, exhale. I drink a lot of water. Generally, I haven't had to do the tinkle during the class for ages. I have done it before though. Oh, it's the worst when you're actually at the gym and teaching a class and you can't leave. It's like, oh, what can I do to make it like an exercise that's not going to put me in too much discomfort? A few more. This one's going to go up and hold. You're going to take your arms back and then you're going to reach your fingers towards the heels. No movement in your lower body. Just staying up without movement. So your glutes are actually working here, even though it's not glute exercise per se. 2 more. So let's bring our arms forward and relax. Legs go to a V and they're open, and then just lifting up, exhale. Sweep the floor before the class. I can see stuff that's annoying me. You know how you clean, and then you're like, oh, how did I miss that? That's what I'm seeing right now. I'll get it after the class. Two more. Listen, we're going to hold the next one up. Doesn't go anywhere. Arms are coming forward, and then you're going to pull back and lift the chest. Inhale forward and after these, I'm going to get into some modified sun salutations. You know the drill. It's going to get the heart rate up. Before we come to standing. We'll give us a mini stretch after these though. 4 more. Keep the legs lifted. Very intense in your back. Alright, so bring the legs together, lower them down, elbows underneath your shoulders and pull forward. Have a nice, well-deserved stretch in your sphinx. If you want more, bring the hands in and then lift up higher into your cobra. Relax the shoulders down. In fact, this is one of the exercises in the modified sun salutations, but if possible, you'll be on your toes and off your knees, okay? And then push back to child's pose. So last stretch before we get into our modified sun salutations. Just to tell you the sequence before I demonstrate, we are in a down dog, we float to a plank, we lower to the crocodile, then into your cobra, and then back to down dog, repeat, okay? I think we'll do it about 6 times through. So down dog, we're going to bring our hands underneath the shoulders, tuck your toes and push your hips up high. This is start position. Inhale forward to the plank. Exhale lower to your crocodile. Push up through strong arms, inhale, looking up. Exhale back to down dog. I flip my toes over at the same time. You can do that too. Inhale forward or just one at a time. Lower and hover. Push up through strong arms. Exhale back down dog. And again. The key, if you can, is to not let your knees touch down in between. Floating through to plank. Barely braced as you lower to crocodile. Push up through strong arms to cobra. Back to down dog. 2 more times through. Boobs are popping up. Doesn't matter. I'll fix them up really soon. And I think that's it. So just have a stretch in your child's pose. I'll have a wardrobe fix. It's a great job. Strong for the arms, strong for your core. The whole core has to work there. So team, I'm going to get you to come up to standing. I'll get into some balances. Right, okay. Doing well so far, don't give up. All right, so a bit of balance time. So I'm gonna sit into our legs. We're gonna pick up our right foot and then left arm goes under, so we wrap, we lift the arms, and then we push our fingers towards the front. This is our eagle. Hold here for a few more breaths, and then we're moving out to the star. Same leg is going to be lifted the whole time. That's going to make you work your ankle of the supporting leg quite a bit. Take your arms over to the side, leg to the side. This is our star. Two more. So arms open, float the leg behind. We're in our aeroplane, and if you want to make it more intense, arms come forward. Okay, come on out of that. Good job. Sink on into the legs. Left leg over. If you can wrap the foot behind, do that. And then your right arm goes under. To the side, into our star. Lifting up and over. So open out into your aeroplane. Arms to the side initially. Leg is pointed behind your foot, yeah? Arms forward if you want more. Supporting leg if you can, keep it straight. Bring it on in. Whew, almost done. Right, lockdown balance. Still in lockdown. I'll still keep this going even when we get out of lockdown because I'm going to keep getting better. Taking your left foot out. Right knee, left arm, sorry, right knee. And then you can stay here or have a hold of your foot and take the leg out. Let's switch, bring it on in. You don't hold them too long. Quite intense, it's hard to hold it up there. Take your right arm out, left foot. Not going to hold the wall. Resist. Flex the foot, take it out. When is my other side going to get better? Are you like that too? One side's like a lot better than the other? It just demonstrates we're only human, right? 4 more. Okay, let's get into our tree. You should be proud of the session you've done today. Super strong. Hands to heart, third eye lift, shoulders stay relaxed. And if you're feeling comfortable, you probably can look up now because we've done quite a bit of core work. Because I'm back to walking, I won't be teaching a Tuesday morning class like I did last week. That was definitely a one-off. Like I said, the Thursday, that's back to stay for the meantime anyway. Morning, Australian Eastern Standard Time, okay? Bring the arms down, switch to the other side. I just got a message pop up, said it was not responding, so I hope that didn't run away from you guys as well. Hands to heart, third eye lifted, leg gaze up. Two more breaths, and then we're going to keep our arms up. We're going to bring the leg down. The arms are going to separate. I'll go back so you can see them, hopefully. And then you're just going to reach out of one arm, So you're feeling a stretch through one side, and then reach and go to the other side. Really long. And then bring both arms up, and then let your body go. Nice deep breath. 2 more. The sun's shining. It's going to be a lovely day. But whatever you get up to, you stay safe. Bring the arms down and boogie and boogie. Great job today. See you, team.